guys, I hope everyone's okay. I just wanted to put together a very brief little session for us on our minds. So looking at breathing and just trying to chill us out a little bit. Neck, shoulders, we hold so much of our tension in our shoulders. So it's really important for us to just kind of release and then a bit into the back. When we're all slouched over our keyboards, we just need to kind of remind ourselves of our posture. So on that note, we will just make sure we're sitting tall out of our seat bones. Find the seat bones, grow taller, feel like the crown of your head is just pulling up slightly. Shoulders up and back. Good. And then just notice that your head is over your heart and your heart over your hips. And bring your hands to heart center. Good. Just gently press them together. Okay, and that just notice that engages the forearm, the arm slightly. Good. And inhale. Take that inhale all the way down to the belly and open your chest. So bring it forward slightly. Good. Inhale. And feel those paintbrushes on the end of your fingertips to really open the chest, round the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And the things that you can notice as you're breathing, so just taking your hand to the, your right hand to the left knee, growing tall, out of your fingertips, left hand behind left hip. And then I want you to twist from the base of your spine upwards. So just find a small twist there. And you're using that breath all the way down to the belly and then taking it round. Inhaling up, exhaling around. Good. So you're trying to keep your focus on that breath. So you're trying not to let your mind wander too much. If it does, just see if you can think about your thoughts passing you by like clouds in the sky. And just acknowledge that you need this 10-15 minutes of calm, of you time, and know that you can get back to that to-do list, to those jobs afterwards. Good. This is sort of your pause on the day. So just take your hands, clasp them like that, and just take them behind your head. And allow gravity to just roll through your neck and just allow it to hang. Still breathing, still taking that down to your belly, and then you can bring your elbows in slightly if you want. And that just accentuates the stretch within the neck, which can feel quite nice. And then taking it, opening out, bringing your hands to the front and just rolling all the way through your spine, every vertebrae, just pushing the back out. Good, bringing the shoulders slightly forward. Inhale, and then taking the hands behind your back, opening the chest, opening the neck, gazing to the sky. Good, so we're just like a seated cat-cow. We're just bringing a bit of movement into the spine, so it can all just get a little bit stuck. Inhale, and see that exhale, sort of passing that tension out of the body. So just notice where you're holding tension and just see if you can breathe it out. Good. And you can just smile to yourself, even faking it. Can work. Good. Now coming over onto all fours. Just making sure your knees are underneath your hips. Drawing that belly button up towards your spine. Hands, spreading your hands onto your knuckle. You don't want a bit of pressure into your knuckles. Wrists underneath your shoulders. Good. Okay. And from here, we are just going to bring that right hand to the middle. And you're going to open that left hand. Find that gaze. You're just twisting slightly there. Good. And then taking the left shoulder to the mat, you can bring the right hand forwards to the top of the mat if you want, and you're just feeling that twist through the shoulders, the upper back, sending your hips still up to the sky. Good. And something that sometimes helps me to stop my mind wandering is visualising your breath as a colour around your body. It can be quite a good way to see where your breath's getting stuck, or just helps with a bit of visualisation. Good. Shoulder to the mat, and then take your left hand forward if you want, and just feel that twist through the back into the shoulder. You can play with that left hand if you want. Good. That's it. And then coming back up to centre. Good. I think our wrists can sometimes get a bit stuck, so just rotate for a moment through your wrists, and if it feels nice, just bring those fingertips back facing towards you and just notice how that feels. It might feel completely wrong, in which case don't go there, but actually if you're on a keyboard all day, it can feel quite nice. Good. Coming back to centre and engaging that core, bringing it up. Good. Releasing those shoulders back and down, and reminding yourself throughout the day about those shoulders, because they can really hold a lot of tension. Okay, with your right knee, just bringing it a fraction off the ground. You're bringing your right knee up to your right elbow. Good. And then taking it back down and round to the left corner of the mat, wherever it will go to. It's entirely up to you. But you're just taking your gaze forward and round to your foot. And it should feel like a nice stretch in the side body. Good. Once more, inhale it up and exhale, taking it down. Just lengthening that exhale slightly. Good. Coming back to centre, and then switching sides to the left knee, to the left elbow, taking it over and softening your gaze to your back. Right, left foot. Good. And inhale it up. And taking it back and taking your gaze round. Good. Keeping that core switched on, but just noticing the side body stretch. Widening your knees slightly, sitting back into a child's pose and lengthening your hands out in front of you. Coming onto your fingertips and just noticing that stretch through the shoulders. You can rest your head onto the forehead onto the ground if you want. And just see if you can think about lengthening that spine. So really pushing your hips onto your heels and drawing through the fingertips. Good. Take the left hand out at 90 degrees and then bring the right hand over to the left hand side. Good. And just breathing down the length of that spine. I want you to really breathe into the rib cage on the right hand side and feel that stretch. Good. To centre, and then right hand to 90 degrees and left hand over to the other side. And notice that breath parting the ribs on the left hand side. Good. Back to centre. Hips over knees, bringing your hands forward slightly and just melting your chest to the ground. So this is a puppy pose, a melting heart pose, and it should feel a nice release through the shoulders. Take a nice big inhale there and exhale out that tension, the worries of the day. Good. Coming back up. Good. And then I want you to just sit yourself down. Bring your back onto the mat. Take your hands around your knees and just gently roll from side to side. Good. Good. Should just feel a bit of a release through the back. That's it. And then bring your legs up. Either take your calves, the soles of your feet, and just have a bit of a playful happy baby pose here. So bending one leg, then the other. Just finding that last bit of tension and releasing it in the body. Good. Try and keep the whole length of the spine on the mat. Good. And just thinking of this as your time in your day to just find a bit of space in the body, a bit of stillness, a bit of movement to free your body up. Good. And then stretching long, allowing your toes to roll out to the side, palms facing up to the ceiling. And just take a quick scan of the body, so release through the shoulders, allow them to melt onto the mat, the hips and the feet. And then look at your face, so make sure there's no expression in the face. Release the forehead, release the jaw. Good. And I just want you to follow me as we just find ourselves in a quiet meadow. There's a stream flowing at the bottom of the meadow, and you just notice that the leaves are falling into the stream, and they're just making their way down the stream. You don't know where they're going, but it looks quiet, it looks calm. And just think about the worries that you'd want to place on those leaves that are going far away, you won't see again. Just place each worry on a leaf and just watch them flow away from you. Good. And just slowly wriggle your fingers and toes. And bring yourself over onto your side. And then gently coming up into your easy seated position, and hopefully this has just brought you a few minutes of calm, a few minutes of movement, and you've been able to release through the shoulders, the neck, the back. And bring your hands to heart centre. Good. And love in the heart, balance in the mind, and strength in the body. Namaste. Have a lovely day, everyone.